Hello, this is Mrs. Nelson, and this is Group 3. So Group 3, I'm not moving you because I'm changing some things around because I noticed that I want to make sure that you have all of your work in order, and some of you are not showing me your work. And I just want to make sure that this is extremely clear. Show every step. Because this is not something you can do mentally, and I will not move you on to a different group if you are being lazy and missing and not writing down your work. Okay, so we're going to start with, I need to change up the multiple idea here, and I need to find out if you can figure out if I give you a random number, is it a multiple of another number? So we have this lovely number of, what this problem is saying is 35 a multiple of 12. Okay, and what that's saying is if you have the number 12, and you skip count by 12, you're going to skip count by him, will you ever get to this guy? That's what it's asking. So if you said, well, let me skip count by 12, 12, 24, okay, 36, 48, did you ever hit 35? No. You never hit it, so no. 35 is not a multiple of 12. Never ever. Let's look at that a little bit deeper because I do want to make sure that you clearly understand that. So flip your paper over and write this down. Okay, so we're going to say, is 19 a multiple of 5? That's our question. Is 19 a multiple of 5? So what you're going to do is you're going to skip count by this guy. And you're going to say, can I hit him? So you're going to skip count. 5, 10, 15, 20. Did you ever hit 19? No. You never hit it. No, comma, 19, remember, you have to answer race in all your questions. No, 19 is not a multiple of 5. Will never be, ever, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe in some other universe. So let's look at another little problem. Is 21 a multiple of 7? That's the question. So now we are going to skip count by 7s. 7, 14, 21, 28. Did I hit 21? Yes. 21 is a multiple of 7. Yes, 21 is a multiple of 7 because if I skip count by 7s, I will land on 21. Alright, so I kind of just wanted to show you that, make sure that you are clear on what multiples are and what they are not. We are going to work on area and perimeter here, my friends, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright, so we are going to make sure that we label all of our sides because it's très important. Now the other thing I noticed that you're not doing is you're not showing me all of your equations. So my area equation has to be 6 times 6. So 6, write this down. You can't do it mentally. If you do it mentally, I will not move you. Write down everything you are doing. 6 times 6 equals 36. So the area is 36. Your perimeter then is you're going to add up all the sides. Add. So you're going to add up all the sides. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. So this is 24. So your perimeter equals 24. Okay. Now, show me these equations. You have to show me this and this. You gotta show it to me. If you don't, you don't move on. If I don't see your equations, you don't move on. Alright, so what you're going to do is says, please factor the following number, this guy. So you're going to write this guy here. And you're always going to start with 1. And you're going to ask yourself, 1 times something equals 36. Well, 36, that's the answer. 2 times what equals 36? Well, 2 times 18 equals 36, because 2 times 8 is 16, and 2 times 2 times 10 is 20. And then 2 times 8 is 16, so 16 plus 20 is 36. All right, how about 3? 3 times, well, I know that 3 times 10 is 30, and 3 times 2 is 6, so 3 times 12 is going to be. How about 4? 4 times, how about 4 times 5? That's 20. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8, if you go 4 times 8, that's 32, right? Because 8 times 2 is 16, 32. And then 5 times 8 equals 40. So no, 4, and that does not work. That does not work at all. So you cannot use 4. And you cannot use 5 because 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that is 30, 35, 40. You will never, 5 times nothing will ever get you 36, because 5s are always going to be 0s and 5, never 6s. So how about, so 5 doesn't work, 6. So we know that 4 does not work, 5 does not work. How about 6? Well, 6 times 6 equals 36. Okay? 7 times 5 is 35. That doesn't work. 8 times what? So does 8 work? Okay? So does 8 work is the question. So then you know that 8 times 4, so 8 times 8, or 8 times 2 is 16, so 16 plus 16 is 32. So you have 8 times 4 is 32, not quite close enough. So you're going to say, oh, I'm going to erase it. I'm going to try 8 times, so 8 doesn't, 8 times, so let's try 8 times 4, or excuse me, 5, 8 times, so you have 32, and then 8, so that's 8 times 4. 8 times 5 is 40. Yeah, that doesn't work either. So 8s do not work. 8 does not work. So then 9, does 9 work? 9 times what? So it does 9 work. 9 times 4 equals 36. So 9 works. 10, does 10 times anything work? Nope, 10 times nothing works. That doesn't work. 11 does not work. So, whoops, I need to write up here. 10 does not work. 11 does not work. 12 works, but it's already there, so we don't need to do it. So we have found all of our factor pairs. And in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factor pairs. 6 factor pairs. So, because we have 6 factor pairs and not just 1, remember, this is the only one that would make it one factor pair. If it only had one factor pair, it's going to be prime. But this one is going to be composite because of the 6 factor pairs. So then we're going to write our factor rainbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're going to write those down. All right, so we know that 36 and 1 is going to be one factor pair. 2 and 18 is another. And then 3 and 12. 6 times 6. 8 and 5. 9 and 4. We know that. Alright, so we have all of our factor pairs written down. Lovely, lovely. And we already know that's going to be a composite number because we have so many factor pairs. Alright, scrolling down. Alright, my friends, this is where it gets kind of tricky because I need to know that you are making all the right moves here. You have to be writing the full equation. Okay? All the equations. So you know that you have 282 over here and 9 over here. So your perimeter, I'm going to write, I gave you more room over here so you can do your work. 282, 282, and then add that together for 16, carry the 1, and that'll be 5, okay? And then you have 9 plus 9. That'll be 18, and you take the 564, add the 18, and then that'll be 12, carry the 1, 7, 8, and 582. So your perimeter is 582. That's your perimeter. All right, so now you have to find your area, and that gets to be a wee bit more wonky, okay? So we need to take, and you know that area is going to be 9 times 282. So you write that out. Now what you are going to do is you are going to draw your rectangle again and break it into 3 chunks because you have 280 and 2. And then you're going to multiply that all by 9. So you're going to have 9 times 200, 9 times 80, and 9 times 2. So let's write that out here. Make sure we have our equation written out. I'm going to move over and do that. So I have 9 times 200, 9 times 80, and 9 times 2. Then I'm going to write that out. So I have 9 times 2 is 18. Then I'm going to add my zeros right there. Add my zeros. Good. Then I have 9 times 8. 9 times 8 is going to be, well, 9 times 8 is 72. So you have 70. So you have 72. So 72. So 7. Line up your digits. 72. And then you're going to add your 0. Whoops, I erased my 0. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to add my 0. Add my 0 right here onto that and make sure everything is lined up. Okay? Look at my zeros are all lined up. Burp. My 0 and 2 is lined up. My 8 and 7 is lined up. Make sure that those are lined up. All right, so then I'm going to look at 9 times 2, and that'll be 18. I'm going to add this all together. 0 plus 0 plus 8. 0 plus 2 plus 1 is 3. 8 plus 7 is going to be 15. Carry the 1. So your answer for your area is going to be 2,538. 2,538. That is your area right there. Okay? So you may have to work on the back. So, questions, concerns, you have to show all of your work. All of it, all of it, all of it. Every single step. All the carrying, all the box drawing, all of it. You can't do that, you don't get to move. I want to make sure that's abundantly clear to all of you. Very clear. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.